Morena, it's Nate, day 11 of losing weight with Nate. You might notice this video started differently. I'm not sitting in the car and going to the gym, so reason being for that is I got invited to my neighbours for some drinks and basically stayed up pretty late and had a couple of beers. I don't normally drink, so kind of woke up with like a feeling a bit groggy, and I was just exhausted because I think my lack of sleep has been catching up on me, because as you might be aware, I've been waking up early, been going to sleep late and getting like 4 or 5 hours sleep, and I was just exhausted this morning. So yeah, I don't know if I'd call it a hangover, but I feel a lot better now. I had a cold shower, had a breakfast, like a solid breakfast that my fiance made for me. It was 3 sausages, 2 eggs, 2 scrambled eggs, 2 slices of bacon, a tiny portion of baked beans, and 2 toasts. And I was still hungry after that, so then she gave me 2 Weet-Bix with like peanut butter and jam that was kind of like mushed up. It's the way that she likes to have it. And I'm just having a coffee now, and then we've got to shoot off to do a couple of things. Hopefully pick up the laptop soon once it's fixed, and I'll maybe catch you up on how that's going. But yeah, day is looking pretty nice. The weather is a bit iffy. It did look like it had rained, but the sun's out and the clouds are kind of clearing up. So we're going to plan to go to possibly Clevedon Market shortly after this, and then we might do a walk at Clevedon again or somewhere else. I think we were talking about going to Mount Eden because we haven't done that, and that's in the same kind of location that we need to pick up the laptop from. Don't know when that's going to be ready. Hopefully it's ready today. So yeah, that'll be a little bit later in the day, and then when I get to that point, I guess I'll do the whole kind of planning ahead portion that I've mentioned that I want to try and do on a Sunday. So yeah, had a really good sleep, had sort of 6-7 hours, and feel a lot better now. It's kind of becoming a beautiful day. So yeah, touch base soon. Yo, Snake, just at the beach. It's a bit windy. Decided to come here with my fiance. She's just in the car. Thought we'd get ice cream. This is probably the spiritual stuff that I was talking about. Connecting with nature. Very important. Yeah, we haven't actually done a walk yet. We got some pretzels from the market, Clevedon Market, and we're probably going to do Mount Eden a little bit later, try to time it when we need to pick up the laptop. But yeah, thought I'd just share a quick video from the beach. It's a beautiful day. It's a little bit windy. Looks like the high tide's coming in. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Yo, just got to Mount Eden. Gonna do the walk here. First time. Don't know anything about this walk. Apparently it's an easy walk. Only a little walk. It's like a 2-kilometer walk and 200-meter incline or something like that. It's pretty nice. Just parked over there in the car park. Sweet. Check this out, man. There's some steep stairs. That's where we gotta go up. Shout out to my fiance for getting this footage of me walking down the stairs. Obviously we had done the walk and we just come back now. I always notice that in some people's videos they seem to have a tripod or somebody recording them, and I always wanted to do something like this to add it into the video just to make it a little bit more interesting to watch, I guess. But yeah, it was an interestingly pretty easy walk compared to what we're expecting. But yeah, thanks. Moving on. Yo, so we got caught out in the rain. That's rain, not sweat. Also turns out we did the wrong track. This is like the very short, easy one. There's a much longer one that we need to come back and do. Sweet. See you soon. Yo. So the last time that you saw me was probably, I think, at Mount Eden when we were just finishing the walk. Obviously it's quite late in the day now. I think it's just, let me just check my watch. Yeah, it's just like almost 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. And yeah, today's been a pretty busy day. I haven't gone to the gym just because of, like I said in the morning, I kind of slept in because I had some drinks last night. Neighbour invited me over and I couldn't say no. Had a couple of drinks, slept really late, slept past midnight, and yeah, there's no way I was getting up at like 6 or 7. Basically got up around 8ish or something, 8:30. Really slept in, and then our first goal was kind of usual stuff that we do on a Sunday, and you know, we went to the market, got some pretzels, and then we went to the beach. I think I took some footage at the beach, and then we went to Mount Eden and did a little walk. We picked the wrong route, so we need to go back and do the proper route to the top of the summit. When we did the smaller one, we kind of saw what looked to be the other route, so that looked a bit more challenging. And then yeah, after that we went to a bakery in Ellerslie to get some pies, and then we went home. Before we went home, actually, we stopped at a Fijian sweet place because their mum wants some snacks, and we also like to have some woodja and snacks like that. Then we got home around 4ish. Then we got a text from the laptop guy who said pick it up at 5, an hour later, which is annoying because we were out that way. So we had a little rest, and then we shot out, picked up the laptop. It's actually fixed this time for good, which is a long story, and I have promised that I'll explain it, so I guess I'll do that now. Basically, we had an issue with the laptop not charging, not turning on, and we bought a replacement battery from this place called WHARE, which was the only place that we could find a battery for her. We tried PB-Tech, they didn't have the exact one, and they would have to order it in from the States, and it would take like weeks. She needed it as soon as possible. So we googled, found this place called WHARE over the shore, bought it, got it delivered. I put it in. I put the battery in her laptop for her. It was working, and then 2 months later, basically it's not charging, losing its charge, and eventually it just wouldn't turn on at all. So my initial thought was go back to the place, say, hey, you know, we think the battery is no good. They said, yeah, bring it in, $40. We'll do a test, see what's wrong, and let you know how much it's going to cost to fix. So they did that, and they came back and said it'll cost $120. 3 things. Fans are dirty, so we'll clean them. The power adapter is no good, and the charging port is no good, so we'll replace those. So yeah, no worries. That's you know, pretty cheap. I was expecting more, so I was happy with that. She was happy with that. So we said go ahead. They said okay, we'll fix it, pick it up later today. This is on the Thursday. I said nah, you know, it's too late. It's also a drive over the shore. So yeah, we dropped it off on the Thursday and got the call on the Thursday that it was supposedly fixed. So we went in Friday morning after my workout, of course. Went in, picked it up, and when we picked it up, we tried to turn it on. It wouldn't turn on. It said the same thing, critical low battery. But we foolishly sort of trusted them because they said it was fixed, and maybe it was just, you know, they hadn't charged it, which didn't make sense. It was a clear red flag at the time. So we went home because we had other things to do. And that day I had to drop her off. We had to pretty much pick it up and go. We didn't really have time to wait around and, you know, wait for it to charge up. But long story short, it didn't. We let it charge overnight, and Saturday morning we tried to turn it on. It wouldn't turn on at all. Same thing, no response at all, even when plugging it in. So I called them up and said, hey, what's going on? They said, oh, bring it in, you know, we'll do an inspection. If it's our fault, we'll fix it for free. And I was like, no, mate, we're not driving out to the North Shore. That's an hour drive there and back. You said it was fixed. It's not fixed. You also didn't charge it for us, like charge the laptop. We want our money back, blah blah blah. He said, well, can't refund over the phone, can't fix over the phone, can't diagnose over the phone. You got to bring it in. And the technician who had apparently fixed it wasn't working. How convenient. The only technician that was working spoke Chinese only, didn't speak English. So I was like, oh, fuck this. You know, I'm not dealing with this problem. So we researched around to different people, found this place called Laptop Repair, which had really good reviews, like almost 1,000 5-star reviews. Specialist laptop repair, that's all he does, own business. We looked at another place called Tech For You, and that was sort of, seemed to be more of a mobile phone kind of place. They also have pretty good reviews, but when I called the laptop repair guy, he said, you know, that business, Raytech, where I got the battery for and got them to fix it, he said they don't fix things, they just sell them. So you bring it in to me 11 o'clock today, I'll have a look at it, and then I'll fix it for you. And I explained the whole story to him. He said, yeah, 95% of their business is just selling parts. They don't actually fix anything. They're not technicians. So that turned out to be a bit of a scam in a way, I guess. One thing that has come out of this whole thing was they did actually give us a new power adapter. And weirdly, apparently the one that she bought with the laptop from Noel Leeming is like a aftermarket charger. So yeah, I don't know how the average consumer is actually meant to know that. So I guess lesson when you're buying laptops or stuff, maybe just check. I don't know how you would check, but maybe do some research if you actually have legitimate parts and not aftermarket parts. But anyway, the technician, you know, told us the main problem with the laptop was motherboard CPU controller wasn't working. So he fixed it, and like I said, we went back around after coming home, went to go pick it up, he turned it on in front of us, so it was fully charged, working. We were happy, paid cash. He wanted us to do a 5-star review right in front of him, which I thought was pretty bold. I said to him, yeah mate, let us do a review at home. He goes, oh, can you do it now please? So yeah, fine, I'll just do 5 stars and, you know, I'll edit it later, which I still actually used to do. But yeah, that was just a really painful saga that basically kind of ruined the last, you know, almost the last week. Like since Tuesday it was a problem. I kind of referenced it in and out between each of the videos, and I mean today's a perfect example, right? Like the whole day was kind of themed around waiting for the laptop to be collected. So we tried to orient our day around it. Like we knew that we wanted to go for a walk, we knew that we wanted to go to the market, which is in Clevedon, which is south of the place, Epsom, sort of central Auckland. And then when we did Mount Eden was pretty close in the neighbourhood, you could say, maybe like a 10-minute drive from this place. So we were kind of hoping by the time we finished that walk, it was ready. In hindsight, I should have just texted him in the morning and say, hey, this is our plan. If you can get it done, you know, earlier, we can time it just right so that when we're in the area, we can just swing by on the way home. Because basically what happened is as soon as we got home, we got the text saying, hey, can you come pick it up? An hour later, so that was a bit annoying. And you know, we left the house at 5, but we didn't get back until 7, because after that I had to go to my parents to check something on the laptop. I wanted to do a battery report to diagnose, because I thought about it, you know, I'm going to obviously dispute the first technician that charged us 120, and they said they fixed it when they didn't fix anything. So I was just trying to collect and document proof. So I did a battery report. If you're not familiar with a battery report, it basically tells you it gives you a report of your battery in your laptop. I think you can do this in your computer as well. In your desktop. It'll give you a pretty comprehensive report, and it's really helpful because it can give you a sense of how much charge your battery has. So when you buy a battery brand new, it has a full, I think they call it a design capacity, which is, you know, I think for example the laptop that she has had a full design capacity of like 37,000 watts or something, whereas now the full charge capacity is only 23,000. So she's had the laptop for 3+ years. It's lost some of its charge, and that just happens with batteries, right? They don't maintain their performance, they don't maintain their duration. But what it also does is it gives you a breakdown of like how long it's been plugged in, how long it's been running on power. I think it's called on battery versus AC. So on battery means it's not plugged in to the wall, and AC means it is plugged in to the wall. And the reason that's really useful and significant in this particular example is because we can basically, I can go back to the shop and say, you know, I can prove that you didn't actually fix it, because on the day we gave it to you and on the day we picked it up, it was only plugged in to the wall for 1:55, and the battery only came on for 23 seconds. There's no way that you fixed it in that amount of time, and at no point was it ever fully charged. So I don't know how you think it was fixed. You know, that 23 seconds that it was apparently on, not plugged in, like is that your idea of it being fixed when it's clearly not charged? Because when we opened it in front of him, it said critical low battery, which also means that they either tested it without the battery in, because I gave it to them without the battery in, so they must have put it in, got to turn it on, and then said, yeah, it's fixed, but never actually, when they did put the battery in, they didn't charge it, which makes absolutely no sense. But anyway, that's all done. So yeah, we paid sort of $120 for the first thing, and then we paid $240 cash for the second technician to actually fix it. So now we need to go back to the first one and say, well, you didn't fix it. You did give us a power adapter, because apparently the power adapter she had, like I said, was faulty and was aftermarket. Yeah, cleaning the fans, that's a bit of a joke. It's got nothing to do with the performance of the battery, and the power port that was inconsequential because it still didn't work. So we should be able to get our money back, hopefully. The guy said, you know, they're gonna argue. I doubt they'll give you your money back, but you can try if you want. So I'm definitely gonna try. You know, $100-ish is not a small amount of money to us, given our circumstances. You know, every dollar counts. But yeah, that's the whole laptop story. That you finally, if you care, if you've been following these videos, which is amazing, by the way, because they're not the best quality, I know. I'm also mindful that sometimes I forget to, like, I kind of intend to do something else in a particular day. Like, I think when I'm currently uploading day 10, and I realize I never finished that video off properly. And you know, having a daily upload, trying to make it interesting and film multiple different clips, it's actually really hard. It's a lot of work, and I don't want this to become, like I said, I don't want this to become too administrative, where it becomes a burden. But yeah, I'm working at it. You know, I kind of feel that this first 10%, I want to say, in the year, you know, so 10% would be, as I said before, 36 or 37 days of recording. Within that time, you know, it's basically a month. Within that month, I would like to think that I've got a good system, a good rhythm of how many clips, how long, you know, just all of the little bits and pieces, which software to use, how to do the thumbnails. You know, I want basically to be able to get to a stage where it takes me like less than an hour to do all of the uploading and description. Like, I mean, ideally I just want to be able to record, let's say 3 clips, a total of 10 minutes, upload those 3 to this video software, stitch them together, export the video, upload the video, and have a quick thumbnail template. And all of that take no more than like 30 minutes. 15 would be amazing. But like I say, that's when I get really deep into the process. You know, I'm still very, very early days. This is only day 11 right now. Basically the first week and a bit. And I've learned quite a lot in this week alone. I've learned the pros and cons of having lots of little clips, and you know, it might be interesting, but I almost feel like just having a single one take is far easier, for sure. The problem is it's just probably not that interesting to watch. So I'm trying to balance that. You know, it's very important for me to do this every single day. Again, one of the focuses of this Sunday is to do planning ahead, so meal prep. I talked to my fiance about that, and today has just been too busy. We didn't have time. She has to study, which is fair enough. You know, she hasn't had her laptop for days. She's been actually using mine in between. Now she finally has hers, so she's busy doing that. We're going to do meal prep tomorrow. But what I will say in this video before I wrap up is that my plan for next week, so today's Sunday, my plan for next week is to really lock in my daily morning routine. So get up at a specific time, go to the gym. I want to try to go to the gym every day. I didn't go today. Or maybe I want to try, actually, no, let me change that. So I want to go to the gym at least 4 times a week. And I say that because I'm also going to be doing big walks in between, or on those same days. So doing gym every single day plus big walks every single day is a bit much. Just from a time perspective and a cost perspective. So I want to mix it up. I do fully intend to do the strength days, so chest and tricep, back and bicep, legs and abs and shoulders as my 4 strength days. And then I was doing 3 cardio days, sort of scattered in between. But I think the cardio days, instead of just going to the gym for that, I'll just do, I'll sort of save that hour in the morning to do study and apply for jobs, and then I'll also do big walks on those particular days. So that's the plan. Yeah, and I've got a few meetings with people that I need to do and need to prepare for, and an interview that, fingers crossed, goes well. But yeah, that's the plan for this coming week. And yeah, I hope these videos get better. I'm sure they will. What I'm starting to realize is I probably need to start investing in, or thinking about investing in, equipment. You know, holding my iPhone like I'm doing right now is not very comfortable for me, and it's not very good for you because it's wobbling around and it's just, yeah, it's not good. So I might actually get a selfie stick. I think I've seen a lot of people use those, and they seem to have kind of shock, stable, steady cam effect, which is exactly what I need. So I'll probably look at buying one of those, and yeah, hopefully you see some positive changes. Anyway, I'm home now, so I'm going to sign off for the day, and it's now, let me just check my watch. I can't actually see the time because my Fitbit's on, but I'm sure it's like 9 or close to 10. Wrap up the day and see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.